A wife's reflection on the power of ritual. There are moments in life when language falters, when talking no longer soothes, and insight alone doesn't bring peace. As a psychotherapist, I've spent decades sitting with people in pain, but some thresholds, I've come to realize, are better crossed, not through dialogue, but through ritual. We used to know this long before boardrooms and email threads. We gathered around fire and stones, baptized our young, buried our dead with care, and marked our transitions with rhythm and song and symbol. A man wasn't simply told he's a father now, he was brought to the edge of something and walked across it. A woman didn't quietly mourn in private, she keened with the others until her grief became part of the ground. We had ways of making the invisible visible, of saying to the soul, this really matters. These days we still feel the pull. You can see it in spontaneous memorials after a tragedy, the fire pits lit on beaches at the solstice, the ache people carry when they whisper, we never really said goodbye. What we lack is not the need for ritual, but the means, the map, the permission. I've had the privilege of living alongside someone who understands this at a cellular level. My husband, William Ayotte, is a poet, a teacher, and a ritualist. Over the years, I've watched him offer people something rare and needed, a sacred container in which to meet their grief, honor their transition, or reclaim their inner dignity. He didn't begin as a ritualist. Like many, he arrived at this work through lived experience. Lost and angry, he joined a men's group, a men's workshop, surrounded by drums and firelight, and it was then that something clicked for him. He saw that ritual could hold what words could not. That soul speaks a language older than analysis, a language of symbol, of silence, of gesture. Ritual gave him a map of the world. It gave shape to the pain and a path to return from it. Since then, I've watched him craft hundreds of bespoke rituals, tender, private, deeply personal ceremonies for people in transition. Not pageantry, not theatre, just one human being creating a safe, sacred space for another to let go, to mark a turning, to begin again. Some rituals mark endings, the loss of a relationship or the end of a dream, the death of someone deeply loved. Others are about emergence, stepping into a new identity or reclaiming a long-forgotten part of oneself. What they all have in common is a profound sense of presence, a deep witnessing, a quiet but unmistakable dignity. William often says that ritual isn't about belief. It's not religious unless you want it to be. It's not dogma. What matters is intention, presence, safety, and the courage to feel. He talks about the three classic phases of a true ritual: separation, transformation, and return. You leave something behind. You enter a liminal space, neither the old self nor the new. And then you engage and emerge with something changed. Not always with fireworks, often with quiet clarity, a realignment. In our modern culture, these transitions are often ignored. We slide from job to job, relationship to relationship, identity to identity, without pausing to acknowledge what's happened. And yet our bodies remember, our psyches remember. The soul waits for us to catch up. That's where ritual becomes medicine, not because it fixes everything, but because it honors what is. It lets the unspeakable be spoken, in gesture if not in words. It offers permission to feel and a place to leave what we no longer need to carry. I've seen men weep as they say goodbye to an unlived fatherhood. I've seen women step into their power with tears and incense and laughter. I've seen leaders lay down roles that no longer serve them, and lovers let go of bonds with grace. And I've seen William meet each of them, not with answers, but with space. What moves me most is the humility of his work. There are no robes, no stages, just a room or his Japanese garden or a candlelit circle in someone's house, and the extraordinary presence of one person witnessing another's crossing. We live in a time that glorifies productivity but avoids vulnerability. Ritual does the opposite. It invites us down into the body, into grief, into memory, and it's that descent which offers wholeness. So if life is calling you to mark a change, to lay something down or to step into what's next, perhaps words are not enough. Perhaps what's needed is a fire, a threshold, and a witness, a moment that says, this matters. This is what ritual gives us, and that's the work that I've watched my husband do with integrity and grace, again and again. I've been inspired to write this because William was recently given an award by the Global Health and Pharma as the most innovative modern ritualist 2025. And I feel honoured to have witnessed his work again and again, either directly in person or seeing the glowing faces of people leaving after having completed a ritual with him. So I'm glad to have been able to share my experience of him and the rituals that he leads. My name is Juliet Grayson. My website is www.therapyandcounselling.co.uk. You can sign up for the mailing list if you want to see some more of these, or find them on that website, Juliet's Thought for the Day or Juliet's Musings. And William's website, if you want to check him out, is williamayot.com, williamayot.com. Thanks for your time listening to this. Please give the feedback to let me know how it lands. I love hearing what has impacted you or maybe not impacted you. Take care, go well, and thank you.